So the story is, I went to Cabela's about 2 years ago, bought a knife for 10 bucks, and I basically never liked the way it looked. So today, we're going to be changing that. Here's the knife. As you can see, I've already got it masked in the areas that I want to protect. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so when doing this, the first step is not to mask off your knife. But since we've already done this, we're going to go ahead and keep it that way and continue on to the next step, which is sanding. So you basically just want to go over your knife lightly with the sandpaper, so that way you can get a little bit of scuff marks. You just want to scuff it up, so that way the paint can stick. You don't want to sand it down like these words. They don't have to be sanded all the way down. Okay, so now that we got our knife all scratched up with sandpaper, it's time to start the painting process. So for the first part of the painting process, we're going to have to use a primer. For the primer, I'm going to be using Kiehl's Original. It's just a standard Kiehl's spray can. And yeah, I'm going to spray it on the blade, along the blade of the knife, and then leave it out to dry. When you're doing this, you're definitely going to want to be outside, and you probably are going to want a respirator of some sort. So I'm going to do this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I spray painted the knife. It's completely white, the blade. And now, okay, hold on. My siblings are making a lot of noise, so I'm going to have to deal with them really quick. Anyways, now that that's over, I have this knife right here. As you can see, it has the primer coating. So now what I will do, since I like this white, I'm going to create like an arrow or something. I'm going to mask it off, so that way I can have like a streak of white on my knife. Anyway, so I'm going to do that by taking 2 squares of tape, painter's tape, and I'm going to stick them, the face sides, to each other. Let's see, like that, just like that. There we go. Now, I'm going to cut my shape. So let's do something like this, cut that off, then come over here, do that, and then take this, cut it like this, and then over here, cut this, and like that. And there we go. That is the arrow. So now I'll take this and unstick the tape. Hold on. Okay, so I finally got the tape unstuck from itself. It took quite some time, and I think I'm gonna put it on like this. Yeah, just so that way I have that little arrow of white. And now I'm gonna take this and do it on this side. Tear the tape off like that, and that looks good. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is go outside and spray it with this blue spray paint. Yeah, and I'm gonna do that, and then later I'll come back and do some like designs. Alright, so let's go check it out. Okay, so now that this is done drawing, I'm gonna go ahead and peel off the tape. Oh man, that's terrible. Look at that. Apparently some blue got under it. Oh, it's still a little wet. Where am I getting that from? Where on the knife is it wet? Oh, it's gotta be on the handle. Okay, the handle is wet. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I will come back and finish this. Alright, there you go. Looks a little bad. I mean, it has some blue on it, so what I'm probably gonna do is touch it up with some white after I finish doing some designs or something like that. Yeah. I'm gonna recover this with paint because some of the with tape. Some of the paint on this is still wet. So here we go. Okay, so now that I finished touching up this arrow with keels, I can go ahead and take this off. There we go. There we go. Much better. That looks much better. Oh no, got some white on the blue. That's fine. I'll just cover that up with black whenever I do the design. There we go. And there we go. Yeah. Doesn't look bad. Not bad at all. I'll give it maybe a little sand down. Here, let me get some 3000 grit sandpaper out right here and sand it down just a little bit. Off. There we go. Now that looks interesting. Now I'm gonna have to mask off the areas that I want to protect, and then I'm gonna have to spray it with some black. My fingers are a little dirty because I'm working on another project right now, but alright, let's go do that. Let's sprinkle snow like that, yeah. Now I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint it. Okay, now I'm gonna spray paint it. This side, sprinkle some snow in it. Oops. Oh, my hands are freezing. There we go. Let's go ahead and wipe this off. Go. Okay, so right now we have the knife right here. It's looking very good, but we're gonna have to touch it up a little bit. So I have two paints right here, this medium magenta and dark blue. So I'm gonna go ahead and touch up the knife, and then we are gonna coat it with a protective clear coating. So let's do that. Okay, so here I have the knife, and now I'm gonna just touch it up lightly in certain areas which I think need touch-ups. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna just do a fade, starting with taking some magenta and starting at this corner and just wiping this way. Then I'm gonna do the same on this side, so that way it fades from blue to magenta, you know. And then I might add some magenta to these circles over here. Not exactly sure, but you know, I'll just see how it goes. So here we go. Alright, there we go. Now that this knife is finished, it actually looks really cool. It's almost finished. So, now that I finished painting it, what I'm gonna have to do is let it dry, and then come back with something called... So once you finish painting your knife, you're gonna wanna give it a clear, protective finish. To do this, I used polyurethane. You don't have to use this, you can use something else, you know, whatever gives it a clear coating and protects the paint. So as you can see, I've already done that. I've already coated it with some polyurethane. It's dry now. Yeah. And then I also went ahead and painted the, the pocket clip. It's right here. So now I'll just need to attach the pocket clip to the knife. just like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, here it is now, complete with the pocket protector attached on, and it looks beautiful. Look at that, that's amazing. Pretty good, pretty shiny. Shing. Look at that. Now all it needs is just to be sharpened. So to do this, I'm feeling pretty lazy, so I'm just gonna use a easy back and forth sharpener. Yeah. Here we go. It came with a knife. It's just, you take the knife, stick it through this hole right here, and move it back and forth, you know, till it gets sharpened. Pretty simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. All right, so here it is now, finished. It's freshly sharpened. So you can see, there's a sharpening edge on it. I did a little paper cut. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't great. I'm not the best sharpener. You should probably look up someone else and see how to actually sharpen something. But here it is on my pocket. You can see the little clip right there. I'm not sure if you can see that too well. Yeah. Anyway, I think it looks nice. Looks really nice. Sitting in my pocket. I like the pocket clip. So overall, I'd say it looks really nice. I'm really happy with the way it came out. I mean, there's probably a few things I could have done better about it, like from the beginning, but you know, I'm very new to this. I've never done this before, so yeah, I'm really happy with the way it came out. Yeah. Alright. As always, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, so that way I can make more videos. See ya. Boop. I'm gonna close this. Turn this off. Nope.